Hello, San Diego. Wow, Paul H., what a treat. Thank you so much.
Come over here.
All right, yeah, I'm feeling lonely up here. Wow, shaking.
There was a second where I thought you were going to walk out and go, is this the bathroom? Like, I didn't know if it was
Yeah. Hiya.
I'm going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, the director of Doctor Strange, Scott Derrickson.
Hi, thanks so much for having us here. In the 60s, Doctor Strange entered the Marvel comic universe, bringing a whole fresh new voice to the world of Marvel Comics. The comic was an origin story. It was full of very mind-trippy visuals, and it was a left turn in the Marvel universe, and the film we've made is all those things, going off the great creativity of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. I want to introduce the rest of the cast of Doctor Strange. I don't know how what I did in a former life to deserve this cast, but here they are: Tilda Swinton, Rachel McAdams, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Mads Mikkelsen, and Benedict Wong.
Okay. Welcome, cast of Doctor Strange.
Thank you.
That is an entrance. Sorry, other panels. This is how you do it. So, just really quickly, kind of going down the line, Benedict, you are very good at taking on iconic roles.
Thank you.
This is something, but what does this one feel like, and how has the experience been different for you joining this kind of superhero universe and being an extended part of all of this?
This is a fantastic arc that this character goes on, from somebody who's seemingly in control of a world that we recognize and very sort of high in the pecking order, confident with it, and then this chaotic mess of an accident happens to him. And it's a story about him discovering that he doesn't know anything. He's just at the beginning of understanding what our reality is really about and what's beyond our reality. And I don't know, yeah, how it compares to other iconic characters. I haven't really answered your question. He's very, very different from anything else I've done before, that's for sure. And yeah, it was just a joy, an absolute joy from start to finish, and primarily, like I said, because of this huge, huge arc that I got to play as an actor. So that was great, really enjoyable.
And Rachel, as Christine, you're sort of you're his kind of link to humanity. You're his link to the world still. So what can you tell us about that relationship?
Yeah, we live in the real world, him and I together. Yeah, we were friendly at one time in life together.
History. We have history. Yeah.
And now we're colleagues. We work colleagues. We work at the same hospital together. And I'm always trying to get him to come and work in my unit with me because he's one of the most talented surgeons on the planet. So we have kind of a fun dance we do, and we're still good friends. And I get to watch him go through this arc. And I know the Stephen before and the Stephen after he goes on this soul-searching journey. So it's great for Christine to see that.
Excellent. And then Chiwetel, Mordo, for people who are familiar with the comics, how would you describe how this portrayal of that character is a little bit, does it diverge in a way, or what can you say about him?
Well, they have a really interesting relationship because, of course, it's part of the origin story, and so Mordo becomes a real sort of mentor and sort of with the Ancient One, sort of dealing with him understanding this power, and he's, Stephen Strange is very unique, very special, and surprises, I think, everybody there, and so they go on this very complex journey.
Excellent. Tilda, how does it basically feel to be this person, this being that kind of controls the universe and understands the universe? Did you connect with that right away? I feel like
he means as the character.
As
not
the character.
Like being really ancient. I kind of know what that feels. Well, the truth is, any of us could be the Ancient One. That's the amazing thing about what is originally in the comics. Who knows who will end up being the Ancient One? The Ancient One is a title. And all the things the Ancient One does and passes on and teaches and teases out of people, anybody can do. Some people can do them better than others, and some people have got a special kind of glowing light above their head, and the Ancient One can spot it. But the Ancient One is there kind of pulling it all out of everybody. And there are a lot of people in Kamar-Taj who are learning all this stuff. And it's all about inside, what's inside. So it's like super, super hippie, fabulous, spaced out. It's all inside. And so it's going to mean a lot to everybody. I mean, I'm longing to see it because I hope it means something to me.
Excellent. Mads, would you describe yourself as a villain in this movie? Do you think you're a villain?
No. I mean, like all good villains, they have to believe in what they do, right? I mean, my character believes in a better world, in a better universe, just like some of the other characters. I just think there's a different path to find this better world, a better path, a much more beautiful path. So no, he's definitely not a villain in the classic sense. He is a believer.
Benedict Wong. This movie has not one but two Benedicts in it. Benedict Wong is playing the character of Wong. How does this Wong differ from the version in the comics?
Well, I think when I had my one-on-one with Kevin, we did discuss that I wasn't really comfortable being the manservant tea maker, and we're bringing him to a modern update, and I'm happily residing as the master of the mystic arts and the drill sergeant.
Any last words before you guys get out of here, Scott? Anything?
Just the film comes out November 4th. You'll see the complete thing then. So look forward to it.
Can I just quickly thank everyone? I saw a few people last night. What you do to make all this as exciting as it is for all of us is phenomenal. And, we can only hope to please you with what we've made with this film. And it's all about you guys. So thank you for allowing us here to show you a bit of it. God bless you all. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Benedict Cumberbatch, the cast of Doctor Strange, Scott Derrickson. Thank you. Great job, of course.
I'm here with the man of the hour, Hall H. Tell us what the feeling was like when you walked out. I hear it's almost like a sporting event, the sound.
I wouldn't know how to compare it to that, but it's certainly not like walking into my local pub or, I don't know, going around to a friend's house. It's extraordinary. It's completely overwhelming, if I'm honest. It's very, very humbling. I mean, that amount of and those people have waited a long time to have any energy whatsoever and not just be like crumpled bits of paper on the floor is a miracle itself. But then to get that wave of love and support and enthusiasm, it's bliss. It's amazing. But when it actually happens, I didn't know what to do with it. It's like, it's a very peculiar, it's just completely surreal. It's really surreal. But I mean, I hope I had a brief moment where I got to acknowledge the fans who make that happen. I mean, that's them. And that's what makes Hall H. That's what makes that atmosphere. It's all about this incredible enthusiasm for films and for what we do and for the Marvel comic universe and cinematic universe, and whether it's in cosplay or queuing for hours or just coming from around the world, whatever the sort of levels of effort and development, it's just turning up because you know someone who knows someone. The amount of support is it's wonderful. It's the biggest home crowd I think I'll ever have. It's amazing.
For fans who couldn't make it out to Hall H, what did they miss Doctor Strange-wise from you?
What did they miss? Sorry, about.
What did they miss Doctor Strange-wise from you?
From me?
Yeah.
Well, I said probably. I have no idea. I mean, I really was a little bit overcome. I was asked a question about. Yeah, I was asked a question about how does this differ from other iconic characters you're playing, and I my brain was kind of going, oh God, I don't want to give any spoilers away. In comparing, I might accidentally say, well, there's that's different because that, and then I've done it. I've blown something. So the critic and voice in my head was so loud. I have no idea what I said. So I really can't tell anyone what they missed. I mean, they missed a clip. They missed a big clip in which Doctor Strange meets the Ancient One and has his mind blown, well and truly blown, and hopefully the audience is too when they go on that ride with him. But anyway, that aside, we dropped the trailer, and that apparently went around the world at the same time. Which I thought, all that stuff is so exciting, and but that was the first time I'd seen it as well. It's weird. You're up there and you're sort of, my God, this is sort of crazy. This must be what it feels like to be a Beatle or a God. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then you're down on the floor again. You're watching it, and it's a very odd experience watching yourself full stop. But when it comes to being in that company of an audience as well, it's doubly overwhelming. I need to go to a quiet room, maybe have a beer, just breathe deep. And then maybe, I don't know, I'll go home, I'll pick up my baby, I'll hug my wife, and then maybe Sophie and I would just sit down and we'll watch it together and go, oh, right, okay, that's what I'm part of. Because you can't quite take it in right now.
Well, obviously, you're no stranger to the nerd community with and Hall H.
Seemingly not. I mean, yeah.
Is there a difference between
accidentally kind of done a lot of that stuff, but
like the Star Treks and the Marvels, or is it kind of a similar situation?
I don't. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had so much experience. I've done a couple of conventions, and God, that there were strong feelings about Khan and Star Trek: Into Darkness, as we know. There was a kind of weird backlash post the film, which did very well. I had very positive feedback when it first came out, but I don't get too embroiled in that side of things either way. If people compliment me on my work, I'm very flattered. If they don't like it, that's fine as well. Christ, it's a big world, and there's plenty of people to choose from. So I don't know what I'm saying. Really, yeah. Are they different? Yes, of course they are, because the roles are different. That's really the fundamental thing. But you get people who cross over. Zoe Saldana, exactly. Yeah. So she's a real case in point. And look, I mean, these films are such good fun to do. They're really hard work, as Zoe will tell you. Getting up at 2:30 in the morning to do 4 hours of makeup. I don't think I could do that. Amazing, and then turn in a performance to be as kick-ass. I really don't think I could do what she does. So hats off to her. And she's a mother of twins. I mean, she's a ridiculous woman. She's an amazing, amazing person. And it's really nice to reconnect with her, actually. She's a dear friend, especially after what happened to Anton and his passing, which has just kind of shocked all of us who knew him. And I only briefly, but beautiful human being, brilliant actor, much missed. And, to see her, that was very poignant for me as well for that reason. But just to see a familiar face, I had a great time doing that film. I had a great time doing Strange. And you build families with jobs, so it's lovely when you see different members from other families kind of interacting in different kind of, the collegiate world of what surrounds you in the Marvel.
Well, thanks so much, Benedict. Really
Pleasure.
appreciate it.
Watching Marvel Live at Comicon